Welcome back, beautiful people. Now is something interesting, and we are moving straight away. We are going to talk about also on campus. This is our literature that is advisable for us to read. It is coming with a new approach that we need to discover, and it is written by Professor Vayu Enes and Daisy's Barrow. So we are going to discover what it is in this book. So Irene Lumber is going to talk much on that. But before I get to you were there before. So let's say hi to Professor Vayu Enes. Good morning.
Hello, Cecilia. Hello, Irene.
Good morning, Professor.
Glad to be here with you guys.
It's a pleasure.
And you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right. Irene, I'm very sure you have something.
Actually, good morning once more, televiewers, just as Cecilia said. This is a book of new approach. It's a new approach book, and we have the opportunity, or we are privileged to have the professor himself here. It is a book, and the title of it is also On Campus. It is written, taking into consideration events or the real life situations that happened in the university campus. But it is not only for students, because as the title goes, also on campus, you may think that it is only students or university students who are advised for the book, but it is for all lovers, all those who love to read novel. And this time around, it is not the same method of reading the novels that we know, the chapters from chapter 1 to about chapter how many. This is a new approach based on social media. That is just communication by the WhatsApp style, the SMS style. Without taking much of our time, the professor is here to enlighten us more on the book. Professor, once more, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Irene.
And congratulations on your new book.
Thank you. Thank you.
But in the Hope World Television, we know the professor as a Christian. Though he is a professor, we know him as a Christian, and he has to write Christian literature, if you permit me. But this time he has come with something different. So why the change in the pattern of the theology, if I may put it that way?
I think there is theology, but there's also creative writing. My books you have been used to have been what I call Christian literature. But I'm also a creative writer. I write particularly poetry, and this time I began to try my hand in narrative, what I call a social media narrative. So the style changes. The thematic concerns also change a little bit, but that's still me.
All right, televiewers, you have got to be a professor. I have another worry. Why the social media approach? Why not the normal way that we know, reading from chapter to chapter? But this time, if I went through the book, and if I'm going through it, it is not the way we know it. It is a form of a SMS conversation. Why the social media approach?
I think literature is always a reflection of the times in which it's written. And if you will agree with me, we are in the times of social media. It is Twitter, it is SMS, it is WhatsApp, it is Telegram, and you can name the rest. That is how we communicate today. So I told myself that, or we told ourselves, Daisy Barrow and I, we told ourselves, the literature for today, if it's patterned along the way people communicate today, it could make more sense to us today than the traditional style of yesteryears.
Wow, that is interesting. As creative as it is, and you said we, why do you choose to write this with Barrow?
I Bara is a lady, and I found that we needed a female voice She supplied the female voice and I the masculine voice. I couldn't pretend
To be the
to be the
masculine.
woman.
All right, that is awesome. That's interesting since it has to do with a lecturer and a student. So you are the lecturer and she is the student.
No. Lim is not me, and
Bentley is
and
not
Bentley
Barrow.
is not Barrow.
Okay.
And we are the creators, and those other characters have an identity of their own.
All right.
Professor, the text is set on a university campus. Is there a reason for that?
Yes. First of all, in terms of environment, that's one of the environments I know the most, and the environment I think Daisy knows the most because we are teacher and student.
Students.
And I think that it was best for us to begin an experiment from an environment. We live in an environment where we are every day, where the things happen before our eyes. So we thought beginning from there would be quite okay. And it's also the center of social media communication in the country and elsewhere. If you want social media, go to where the students are.
All
Okay,
right. So we know that Barrow is your student or she was your student. So who is she?
You said it already. Barrow was my student. I taught her in the bilingual department. And upon interacting with my students, I discovered that Barrow was extremely intelligent and talented, very creative. And that's how I got to this partnership with her. She's a well of talents and knowledge. And when you read the text put together by the two of us, I think you'll confirm what I'm saying.
Wow, all right. So we want to say congratulations to you, Barrow. We know you're in Nigeria right now. Keep up the good work.
All right, Professor, I have another inquisitive question. In the university campus, there are so many things that are happening. Why have you and Barrow in creative writing decided to choose the love affair between the lecturer and the student?
I think that it's just one of the possible things we would have chosen. But mind you, it's not the only thing that takes place in the book. It has to do with exams. It has to do with lecturers' attitude towards students. It has to do with managing COVID on campus. It has to do it has to do with lots of other things on campus.
So it's
But
full
we thought
package.
that the love affair was a leitmotif that could carry all the other things. It was central and gave itself to so many other themes.
All
Yeah.
right. How much is the book and where can we get it?
The book is 5,000 francs CFA. You can get it from Hoop World here.
Actually,
you know.
Through calling the numbers
You can
on the
get it
screen.
from me in the university. If you also go to Amazon.com, you get the book online.
Wow.
Thank you.
Televiewers, thanks very much. I believe you have gotten the information from the horse's mouth, as it is often said, right, Cecilia?
Yeah, you're very right. All right, televiewers, that is what we gathered for you today. So we advise that you go in for also on campus. It is not only love centered, but as the professor said earlier ago, it also has to do with exams, relationships, and also the behaviors between teachers and students and all that which is happening on campus. So you're going to find it in this book also on campus. Professor, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh God, you have so many. You are a man of God, and also you are a professor.
I have a colleague. After he saw me writing Christian literature, he looked at me and said, "You're a professor, right?"
Mhm.
I say, yes. He said, but you seem to be a prophet also. So he calls me
Prophet.
Prophet So.
Okay, televiewers, that notwithstanding, we are going to have this short break and then we will come with our commercial space to crown it for the day.